Family, gather around. Welcome back to the Royal Sussex Squad, where we speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Success. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because you will not find a more fact-based yet passionate defence of Harry and Meghan anywhere else. Let's talk about how the British tabloid machine, their bitter little palace courtiers, their insiders and their Klingon commentators have cracked their spines in jealousy because Harry and Meghan were invited to one of the hottest, most glamorous celebrity gatherings in Beverly Hills, Kris Jenner's 70th birthday celebration hosted at the Bezos estate. This wasn't a who's who, it was a who's above who, and our Meghan and Harry were right there among their peers, the most influential people in entertainment, business and culture worldwide. And the British media lost their minds. Why? Because it proves something they've been desperately trying to deny for years. Harry and Meghan are thriving. They are connected, they are respected, they are beloved. Let's get into it. Kris Jenner shared her photo dumps from her legendary birthday bash, and everyone is talking. And please, let's be honest, when you throw a 165 million backdrop into the mix, the vibes are going to be immaculate. We had Oprah, Tyler Perry, Mariah Carey, Beyoncé and Jay-Z, Adele, Paris Hilton, Martha Stewart. Lizzo wasn't there because she has her own storyline going on, but honey, this was a power room. So when Harry and Meghan showed up in full elegance, black tie, confident, graceful, the entire world got a visual confirmation of what supporters already knew. They belong in those circles. They've belonged there for years. What did the British tabloids do? Same predictable thing. They made it about them. They acted like Harry and Meghan sneaking into a Hollywood party was some kind of crime against the crown. Suddenly we hear whispers from palace insiders saying the Sussexes were tacky. Tacky? Oh, baby. Let's talk about tacky. First of all, the Sussexes were invited. They didn't crash. They didn't sneak through a hedge. They were on the guest list right alongside the leaders of entertainment and culture. And second, the people calling them tacky are the same insiders who protect an institution that has paid off sexual assault allegations connected to Prince Andrew, spent millions of British taxpayer pounds on everything from golden coaches to personal vanity projects, used PR to smear Harry and Meghan for years, allegedly begged big-name artists to perform at the coronation, only to be rejected by almost everyone. But Harry and Meghan going to a party is tacky? Make it make sense. Let's talk about what tacky really looks like. Tacky is lecturing the public on environmental responsibility while flying around the world on private jets and hiring celebrities to do the same. All for PR photo ops. Tacky is trying to rebrand yourself as the serious future king, while allegedly leaking stories about your own brother. Tacky is not my job to apologize energy, while pushing narratives against your own family member to maintain power. Meanwhile, what did Harry and Meghan do? They dressed beautifully. They enjoyed their evening. They networked with filmmakers, artists, global icons, as anyone with a functional career would. And yes, Meghan is connected to Amazon MGM, which is producing her cameo in the upcoming romantic comedy Close Personal Friends. She plays herself because filmmakers know she brings a global identity and cultural relevance that can't be duplicated. And these fools in the palace, the same place that hired a PR firm to try to make William look relatable in sneakers, are calling her tacky? Please, let's be honest about what's going on here. This isn't about a party. This is about exposure. This is about power. This is about the British establishment watching Harry and Meghan step into rooms they cannot compete with. Harry and Meghan are in an entirely new lane. Not the dusty hallways of inherited power, not the balcony that they pretend is relevant once a year, but real global influence. Let's break it down. The article states that palace insiders think the Sussexes should be brought back to the royal fold to help William when he becomes king. But then, in the same breath, they say William has true class and would rather look to younger royals, like Edward's children. Baby, pick a struggle. Either Harry and Meghan are irrelevant and unwanted, or they are so necessary that the monarchy desperately needs them when William takes the throne. It cannot be both. Let's talk about William would never. William would never attend a Hollywood A-list party? No, William can't attend one. Let's be real. They aren't inviting him. This is the same man struggling to get TikTok creators interested in his Earth thing, the same person who could not fill a room in New York. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan sneeze, and the Beverly Hills elite show up with home-baked bread, gift bags and matching outfits. That's the difference. Harry and Meghan get invited because people genuinely like them. They are interesting. They have stories. They have perspective. They're relatable, charismatic, grounded, worldly. Meanwhile, William and his palace PR team are fighting to make headlines for reading a children's book once every 3 weeks. We are not the same. Now, let's talk about the culture shock. The palace claims that Harry attending this glamorous affair proves how far he is removed from the monarchy. And that is the point. Harry left because he didn't want to be trapped. He left because he wanted to build a life that allowed him to be himself, love his wife, love his kids, and thrive. And look, it's working. It's working better than anyone in the palace imagined or wanted. They thought Harry and Meghan would fade. They thought America wouldn't embrace them. They thought Hollywood would turn its back. But baby, some of the biggest players in culture are their friends, their community. You can't fake that. You can't force that. You either have it or you don't. And clearly the palace is bitter because they don't. The monarchy is trying to stay relevant, and the only time the world talks about them is when Harry and Meghan are somehow in the conversation. Harry and Meghan go to a party. Trending. Harry and Meghan have dinner. Trending. Harry and Meghan walk outside. Global news. Meanwhile, William could give a speech to a room of his own cardboard cutouts, and not even his dog would clap. So palace insiders are mad that Harry and Meghan are so Hollywood. Well, guess what? Hollywood is just another word for global, for influential, for respected. Harry and Meghan don't need the monarchy. The monarchy needs them, and they know it. Let's go deeper. This event showed us exactly why the palace works so hard to isolate Harry and Meghan from the global stage. Because once they step outside, once they build relationships beyond the crown, once they get access to power outside that dusty institution, everything changes. Suddenly, the monarchy is no longer the biggest room in the building. Suddenly, Harry and Meghan can raise funds, create content, build networks, and form partnerships that don't rely on royal approval. And that makes the palace irrelevant. What the monarchy fears most is not Meghan's beauty, not Harry's charisma, not their love. They fear independence, economic independence, narrative independence, global independence, and this party proved it again. Because when you stand next to Beyoncé and Mariah and Oprah and Tyler Perry, you're not a side character. You're a peer. Harry and Meghan were not there as charity cases. They were not background art. They were celebrated guests, and that alone drives the British press insane. Let's talk about the class angle. The insider said that attending a billionaire's party is at odds with William's vision of the monarchy. William's monarchy? Where? Show us the plan. All we see is chaos, confusion, misdirection, secrecy and press plants. If that's the vision, the monarchy needs glasses. Let's be honest, William doesn't have a plan. He has a PR slogan. There's a difference. Harry and Meghan have actual partnerships, actual contracts, actual creativity, actual professional networks. The palace wishes they had that. And here we are. Meghan is stepping back into Hollywood just a little, making a cameo in an Amazon MGM romantic comedy. And Hollywood wants her. But the palace will tell you, oh, it's not a real return to acting. Why are they so pressed? Because Meghan doesn't need the monarchy. She doesn't need the British press. She doesn't need royal titles. She has her own name. She has her own fame. She has her own power. And it kills them. This is why they call her tacky. Because if they admitted she was doing well, thriving, expanding, succeeding, they'd have to admit they were wrong. And we all know they would rather swallow a wagon wheel before admitting that. Let's close this section with the truth. Harry and Meghan attended Kris Jenner's party because they belong in that room. They maintain real friendships with real influential people, not because of royalty, but because of who they are. So, to the palace insiders whining from across the ocean, stay mad, stay salty, stay obsessed, because you already lost. Now, family, take a breath. Look at how far Harry and Meghan have come. Look at how the universe continues to elevate them. Look at how they are embraced by people with genuine power, genuine wealth, genuine cultural weight. And they're doing it with grace, privacy, and dignity. This is not the story of two people pushed out. This is the story of two people who chose freedom and won. Before we go, let's close today's episode with gratitude. Outro. Thank you so much for tuning in to Royal Sussex Squad, the only space where truth, compassion and facts rule the day. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up and smash that notification bell so you never miss when we drop new content. And if you love what we do and want to support this platform, please consider sending a super thanks. It helps us keep this channel thriving so we can continue defending Harry and Meghan with facts, receipts and positive energy. Thank you for rocking with us. Stay safe, stay blessed. And remember, Harry and Meghan are winning and the world knows it. Royal Sussex Squad, signing out.